Hi guys, one man on the boat, David Stone, father of 7 children, grandfather of 6 children, on a mission to get underneath, between, over, through all the kind of like subjective fake news bullshit. What I mean by that is flat earthers, climate change deniers, vax deniers. There is a truth out there, right? And it's not a question, I strongly believe, of what you personally think. The truth is, as it were, independent of the mind. How is it discoverable or discerned? And that's the issue at hand. So we have to get into the weeds of this. There's no way around it. It's a philosophical issue, and I'm going to try and be as clear as I can. I don't have an absolute 100% confidence in my position, but it's in a way I'm reverse engineering, because what I see is the Michael Grove saying we've had too much of experts. Kennedy in the White House, Secretary of State for Health, hasn't got a fucking clue. I mean, honest to God, doesn't have a clue. Circumcision can contribute to autism. He said that, alright? He actually said that. People just make stuff up, and because they have money like Elon Musk or power like Donald Trump, they think they can get away with it, right? There's no judge. Obviously, I don't believe in a divine judge. I don't believe in the cosmic judge or the Buddhist judge that the universe will, as it were, find a way of making things right. In their universe, there is no judge. There's no truth anymore. What Trump calls fake news is news that doesn't align with his own beliefs. Personal beliefs rule. Objective reality is a myth, which I feel is rubbish. But how did we get here? We got here through a number of critical missteps, I think. And one of the most recent was around COVID and allowing such confusion about the nature of the evidence for COVID-19 and the need for vaccinations. It kind of like blew a massive hole in the side of the scientific community. Questions about where did it come from became wrapped up not in an authentic quest for knowledge, but a kind of quasi-racist accusation that it came from Bhutan, from China, or it came from chimpanzees. Anyway, it's like, we know, and I say we know because we do know, and I'm going to come on to explain how we know, that COVID-19 is a variation of the common cold. Okay, it's a mutation of a gene. But in order to get our heads around the current subjectivist account of truth, how we got here, we've got to try and still man, that is to explain the perspective of a COVID denier. And I'm using this just as one example. There are many, many, many examples of the contestability of evidential claims and how far current beliefs, 2025, operate on a different framework than an evidential one. We know this is true in theology and certain strands of religion, who will argue that faith is the foundation of belief, the leap of faith, and it's not subject to logical or rational scrutiny. By definition, it's not logical and it's not rational, it's faith. But till maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, that kind of like personal commitment to a faith was not typically conflated with questions of scientific verification, objective truth. In other words, as Stephen Jay Gould said, there was a overlapping magisterium. The realm of science and the realm of faith were distinct kind of areas of discourse, narrative accounts of reality, which had no business being in each other's domain, as it were. That's changed. I mean, it's changed with the growth of Christian nationalism and the ever deepening relationship between the political establishment and faith-based belief organisations and formal religious institutions, particularly but not exclusively in America, where what you believe in terms of your metaphysics or your ontological or your existential beliefs are increasingly articulated within a narrative of belief overall. Evidence, science, objectivity, all of that is kind of like put to one side, while the things that it used to deal with, abortion, vaccination, healthcare, are replaced with a different kind of narrative, a narrative of divine providence, of destiny, of sometimes inevitability.